Brent Spriggs from the Zion Hill, Capitol Heights, Maryland, and this is your morning message in 5 minutes. Question, can God, from Psalm 78. And yesterday we talked about the condition of the people, but today we want to focus on the character of God. First of all, we look at his promises, because when you look at Psalm 78 verses 5 through 7, you see promises, because Israel had seen God keep his word time and time again. He was always faithful to what he promised to do for them. And that's the truth even today. God has not changed. He is still a God who keeps his word. Everything God has promised, he will do. And there are some verses in the Bible that bear this out, plenty of them, but none more true than we see right here in Psalm 78. It's their own running record of everything that God has done, the perfect attendance for God, to show us that he has always shown up, even in troubling and turbulent times that we serve. All right, so God is definitely always keeping promises, but then he also shows his performance. Now, throughout their history, Israel had enjoyed the presence and the power of Almighty God time and again, and God had demonstrated his power in the midst of his people. We know this. We've read about it. We've seen movies about it. We've made movies about it. We sing gospel songs about it. Now I want you to imagine seeing him part the Red Sea. Can you imagine that? Can you see it? Can you imagine dropping manna from heaven? I mean, every day for 40 years, there are fresh bread on the lawn. And all you got to do is just go out and pick it up. Imagine seeing God defeat all of your enemies, and you don't even know how to fight. But every time they come up against you, they utterly fail, and you're not the one to fight. Imagine the of seeing his glory as he came down upon the tabernacle. Imagine the pillar of cloud and fire. God had proven himself time and again, people. Now, may I say that the Lord has not changed in this area. He's still coming through for his people, time and time and time again. All you have to do is look back, and do that for me this morning. Look back over the years and remember the times the Lord has displayed his great power in your life. Hasn't he parted the proverbial waters for you? Hasn't he opened the heavens and dropped the manna of his glory on your life over and over and over again? Hasn't he moved in response to your cries of faith? Hasn't he proven himself to you and even to me repeatedly? So we see his promise, we see his performance, we also see power. Because throughout their history, God had proven that he was in every obstacle they faced. He was more powerful than Egypt. He was more powerful than Amalekites. He proved himself to be greater than their thirst and their hunger. He was able to overcome all that they faced and showed his great power. Sometimes for God to really show his power, we got to see a problem. Because we didn't have such a great problem, then we really wouldn't recognize how great and powerful our God is. Listen to me, child of God, woman of God. Listen to me. God is still all powerful. He is still the omniscient God. He has omniscient, all-knowing power. Yeah, he's all powerful. He shall remain so in the end of an unending eternity. I just want to this morning that God possesses all power, not just some places, but everywhere, in heaven and in earth. He said so in Matthew 28. He said, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. And so my duty this morning is to remind you that our God, whom we serve, is able. Therefore, celebrate his patience, because if there's anything more glorious than his promise or his performance or his power, what's even more remarkable is his patience. Will God continue to show himself strong on behalf of his people? Israel continually faith to trust the Lord as they should, but tells us that many a time he turned his anger away from them, and he was patient with them and led them along in love and in grace. And thank God we serve a patient God. How many times has he demonstrated to you and me, oh God? There have been many times when we have failed him, when I have failed him, when I failed to walk in the faith of the Lord, but instead of throwing us away and taking us just starting all over with new people, 100 more just like us, he continues to love us, work in our lives. We have a patient, loving God. And all I'm saying is, we can trust the Lord for everything in our lives. We have a good God who has demonstrated his power, his grace, his love, his character many times. And in spite of the condition of the people, we have strong character of our God. This has been Pastor Brandon M. Spriggs from the Zion Hill Agape Baptist Church in Capitol Heights, Maryland, and this is your morning message in 5 minutes. Till next time, keep advancing the kingdom.